Imagine being 80 years old, looking back on your life and realizing you spent most of it waiting until you felt confident, waiting until you had more money, waiting until Monday, waiting until next month. Today, you clicked on this video because deep down you feel like you're capable of so much more, but instead you feel stuck, like you're wasting your potential. If you are ready to change that, then let's get right into it. Part 1 is to figure out what's actually wasting your potential. So ask yourself, do you spend more time consuming than creating? Do you keep waiting until you feel motivated? Do you start things but never finish them? And do you know exactly what you should be doing but keep avoiding it? I want you to spend about 5 minutes tonight writing down everything that you did yesterday and highlight what moved you towards your goals and what kept you exactly where you are. Most people are shocked by how much time disappears into scrolling, procrastination, and distractions. Your potential isn't disappearing because of one big mistake. It's leaking through the tiny decisions you barely notice. Part 2 is much easier said than done, but stop waiting to feel ready. We often believe that motivation comes first, but action is what creates motivation. So think about going to the gym. You never really feel motivated before you go, but once you're there, you usually do finish the workout and feel better. And the same goes for filming videos, studying, working on a business, cleaning, and writing. Something that really helps me when I'm feeling unmotivated and don't want to do something is using the 5-minute rule. So I'll just tell myself I'm going to do something for 5 minutes, but then I end up finishing up the task or making a big dent into it. So if I'm supposed to be creating reels or TikToks, I'll be like, I'll do it for 5 minutes, but then I just end up creating a bunch of content for the week and then I'm done. Part 3 is build evidence that you're someone who follows through. So instead of saying that you want to become disciplined, ask yourself, what would a disciplined person do today? Maybe they would go for a walk. Maybe they would read 10 pages, upload a video, reply to customers, or make an uncomfortable phone call. Every night I ask myself, what is one thing my future self would thank me for? And then I do it before bed. So in my case, I will pick out my outfit for work and also steam or iron it. That way in the morning, it is all ready for me and I'm ready to take on the day. Part 4 is to remove friction. So if you want to read more, then leave the book on your pillow. If you want to exercise, then lay out your clothes the night before. If you want to stop scrolling, then maybe delete social media during work hours or move the apps off from your home screen. It's really important to make your good habits obvious and make the bad habits inconvenient. And this will help you remove friction and get you closer to your goals and get you closer to achieving your greatest potential. Part 5 is to focus on one goal. A huge reason why people feel like they're wasting their potential is because they're trying to improve everything at once. So instead of losing weight, learning Spanish, starting a business, saving money, waking up at 5 a.m., meditating, journaling, choose one. Ask yourself, if I only accomplished one thing this year, what would change my life the most? And then everything else becomes secondary. Once you start working towards your main goal, you'll get into the rhythm of it, and then you can start focusing on the other ones and adding other goals to your list. But in the beginning, you really want to focus on your first goal and get comfortable with the action plan. Part 6 is keeping promises to yourself. So every time you quit halfway through something, your brain collects evidence. And that evidence says, I don't finish. But every time you keep a promise, even if it's just a small one, you build trust. And an example of this is if you told yourself you were going to read 5 pages, then you read 5 pages. You post a video, you walk for 10 minutes, you save $10. Each completed promise becomes proof that you're becoming someone who follows through. If you're serious about stopping the cycle of starting and quitting, don't rely on memory. Track it. That's one of the reasons I created my consistency system. It gives you a simple place to track your habits, your priorities, and your progress so you can actually see the promises you're keeping to yourself. Because every day you fill it in, you're collecting proof that you're becoming the person you want to be. You can find the link in the description below for my consistency system that helps me stay on track with my goals. Part 7 is measuring progress instead of feelings. One reason people quit is because they judge themselves based on how they feel. Some days you'll feel motivated, but many days you won't. So instead, track behaviors. Instead of asking, do I feel productive? Ask yourself, did I work out? Did I spend 30 minutes on my goal today? Did I post what I was supposed to post today? Did I practice? Feelings change, but evidence doesn't. Stop comparing your chapter 2 to someone's chapter 20. Comparison convinces people they're wasting their potential. But in reality, you're comparing your beginning to someone else's years of experience. The better question is, am I better than I was last month? If yes, your potential is growing. For the next 7 days, choose one promise to keep. Make it small enough that you can't talk yourself out of it. Then keep it every single day. Don't worry about changing your entire life. Just become the kind of person who keeps promises to yourself. That's how potential stops being something you imagine and starts becoming something you live. You don't need to become a different person tomorrow. You only need to prove to yourself today that you're capable of keeping one promise. Because confidence doesn't come from action, it comes after. Start today. Your future self is waiting.